Hey everyone, it's India from Earthy Magic Essence, and I know it's been a while since I've posted any soap making videos, but I have been making soap like crazy, getting ready for the upcoming spring shows. And so one of the products that I'm making to bring to the show are these bath melts, and I wanted to package them in something cute. And so this is what I came up with, and it's all made from scrapbooking paper and ribbons and little embellishments. And I will say that Sam from Poodle's Paper Craft is my inspiration. I love watching her videos, and she has tutorials on, gosh, I want to say maybe hundreds of different packages, bags, cards, and all of that. So I needed to find something to do for my bath melts. So she did not have something like this on her tutorials that I had seen. This is something that I came up with in my head, but I wanted to share with you all, and maybe this is something that you guys can use. And so inside you'll see there's 3 little bath melts, cupcake bath melts. Alright, excuse me if I go off the screen because it's backwards when I'm looking at it and the way I move it. But anyway, so that's what I thought I would share with you guys today on how to make this little packaging. Alright, so you're first going to start with a 12 by 12 sheet of paper, and you're going to take one side and cut down a 1/2 inch. So it's actually going to be 11.5 by 12. And I use just textured cardstock. Alright, so here I've got my scoreboard. Love this. Don't know how I ever did without it before, but it's amazing how much easier it is to do things with the scoreboard. So first we're going to take the side that's 11.5 across and 12.5 down, and we are going to score it at 2.5 and at 9. Okay, so you've got 2 scores there. Then we're going to turn it around where it's 12 inches long this way and 11 inches down. And we're going to score this at 1 inch, 3.5 inches, 6.5 inches, and 9 inches. Okay, and that's all the scoring that you'll need to do. So then what you take is, I first like to fold up the sides and take the bone folder and fold those up. Okay. Now, what I want you to do too is where you have the 1 inch score line and then the next one, I want you to cut off the 2 ends of that on each side, because this middle part is going to be your lid. So let's cut off these 2 ends. That's one. This light is making it a little hard for me to see, but okay. Don't throw these 2 pieces away, because you can use these in your box as dividers. Okay? So then what you do, or what I do to make it a little easier to make a window, I have a corner rounder. You could also use the envelope punch board. I have one, but I haven't used it yet, and so to me this was just a little easier. So we take, and of course sometimes I don't always get it right. And there you see the rounded edge there. And then do the other side, and you've got 2 rounded edges. Okay? So I like the idea of having the window in the top so you could see what was in it. So I have this template here that has all different kinds of ovals in it. And so I took one and found it and kind of placed it in the center. And I marked it on the inside. Doesn't matter about this because what I did is I took a piece of paper that I'm going to use to decorate the outside and put it on the inside as well. So there you have your oval. And, oops, you're going to cut the inside of this oval out. And so I kind of like to go and make like an X in it. And you can either use a crafting knife or scissors to cut out your oval. Okay? To me, sometimes it's a little easier to use the scissors, but I like to start with the craft knife first to get that first cut. So we're going to cut around. And if you decide that you don't want a window in the middle, that's fine. You can skip this part. But I just thought it add a little something to have the window. Okay. So we have our window cut. Alright. And then what I got is this. It's a transparency film, and I got a big box for, I don't know, $2 or $3, and you can use this for all kinds of stuff. So I just kind of measured out a little bit longer than the oval to cut, and I cut it. Alright, then you get some of this double-sided tape, and you're going to put a piece on each end of this acetate or transparency paper, and you're going to cut it and put it on each end. Then you're going to take and peel off the sides. And then place it there. Like I said, you can kind of see where the strips of tape are, but like I did on the other one, I put a piece of paper inside of it so that it hides it. So now let's go ahead and fold the rest of our folds down. Alright. So we've got all the sides, all the score marks folded. So now what we're going to do is we're going to cut up each score line up to the middle, or that first line. Okay. I hope I'm doing a pretty good job of explaining this. I know Sam does, explains it a whole lot better, but I'm hoping you can get the idea. And I will go ahead and post the dimensions down at the bottom when I upload this. And how I figured out the size of my box is I took the 3 bath melts and lined them up and kind of measured about how long it was, and that's how I got the width of my box. And then I measured how wide they were to get the width of my box, and then about how tall they were to get my height. So this is actually going to be 6.5 by 2.5 wide and 3 inches high is what your box ends up being. Okay, so now we have this middle piece tab here, and we're going to put that in the middle, and then we're going to get our tape, and on the one tab that's closest to the side of the lid, we're going to put a piece of tape here on the inside. Can you see that? On this side. And then we're going to cut. Then you come to the next tab here, and you're going to put it on the opposite side. So you have one piece of tape on the inside of a tab and one piece of tape on the outside of the tab. And then we cut it. And you're going to do that, the same thing on the other side. The tab that's closest to the lid, you're going to put on the inside. And then flip this one over and put the tape on this side. And I like to put it closest to the edge. Okay, so now we got the tape here. You see 2 on the inside here and then 2 on the outside here. So we're going to remove the tape. Oops. And this middle piece, leave it standing, bring up the back here, and with the tape, and it's going to go tape up against the middle piece. Okay, and then here, this is the front of your box, and it's got the tape. Oh, crud, I did it wrong. Actually, you really want the front of your box to be on the outside so that you don't see the seam. But I did it backwards, and so you're going to have the seam towards the front, if you can see that. If you see here, that seam. If I did it the other way, the tape the other way, you wouldn't have that seam. But you're also going to have some paper across it, so you're really not going to see it. But anyway, hey, my first video doing this, so there's going to be little bloopers, right? And there we go. So we've got our box. It's all made. So then I add little embellishments and such. I found some scrapbooking paper that matched the colors in my box. And so what I kind of did is I kind of eyeballed. Actually, I lined up one side of this paper to the back. Then made sure it was even. Folded it. Came over to the other side and folded it. And there you have your wrap. So I'm going to tape it, and I use and just kind of put on the edges so that it won't ride up. And you can do some in the middle. So you take your box, the paper, oh sorry, line it up, kind of in the middle. Oh, and I didn't tell you what size this paper was. It is 2.5 inches by 12 inches. And that makes it where it fits, you know, the 3 sides of your box, and your back is plain. Okay? So then I took, oh, remember those 2 pieces that I told you that we cut off the sides from the lid? What you can do is you're going to put tape on these. Find my thing. Anyway, put tape on in the middle, on the shortest part that's scored. All right. There we go. So we're going to take the protective adhesive off. Alright. And then what I just did is I kind of just eyeballed where I thought the tab should go. And so there's your 3 corners. I mean, sorry, 3 sections to put your little bath melts in. Alright, then I just took some ribbon that also matched to the hair to tie a knot. Not too tight, so you don't want your lid to cave in. Alright, and then just cut. There's your bow, and then I like to, with the green and the blue, I kind of offset the colors. So I got a paper flower, and then I had these little gemstones, and they were all in a strip, but I took them, well, if I can get that, here we go. As I just took 2 of them, pulled it, and just put it in the center, and I put, you see, 2. And then got 2 more. Oops. There we go. So you see, I got the gemstones in there. Like I said, I can't do this when it's backwards. And I just put that with some glue dots right there in the corner. And there you have a cute little box for your bath melts, or even mini cupcakes, or something small enough that you can fit in here. Alright, so thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope it was informative. And hopefully I will get around to making some more videos soon. I know the month of April I'm going to be real busy with a couple of shows and I'll be on vacation. But just know, even though I haven't made any videos, I have been working my buns off. Just really hadn't had time to make the videos. So I appreciate you guys subscribing to my channel, watching my videos. Look forward to seeing you again soon. Alright? Thanks guys. Bye.